I caught my fiancé making out with my stepbrother at our wedding. I didn't say a word, just recorded it. 2 weeks later, I played the video in front of both our families. She was completely speechless. The music had already started when I noticed they were missing. The DJ was queuing up our entrance song. Guests were on their feet. My best man whispered, "Go get her, man." So I went. The hallway outside the ballroom smelled like roses and champagne. I turned the corner and froze. She was there, my fiancé, in her white dress, pressed against my stepbrother, his hands in her hair, her lipstick smeared across his mouth. For 3 seconds, I couldn't move. Then she laughed, soft, guilty, and whispered, "We shouldn't." He said, "He'll never know." My stomach turned. I didn't say a word, didn't shout, didn't make a scene. I just took out my phone and hit record. 2 minutes. That's all I needed. Then I walked back to the reception, smiled for the cameras, and pretended everything was fine. She showed up 10 minutes later, breathless, pretending nothing had happened. "Sorry," she said, fixing her hair. "Dress emergency." My stepbrother followed, tie crooked, grinning like a man who thought he got away with murder. I raised my glass. "Everyone ready?" The crowd cheered. We walked down the aisle together, her hand trembling in mine. When the officiant said, "If anyone has reason these two should not be wed," I thought about speaking. Instead, I smiled and said, "I do." We lasted exactly 4 days. She acted normal, calling me honey, kissing me goodnight like she hadn't destroyed everything. But she kept sneaking off to run errands. Same perfume, same nervous laughter when I asked who she was texting, so I played along. I needed time and proof. I backed up the video, made 3 copies, one on my phone, one on my laptop, one on a flash drive in my safe. Then I called my dad, told him I wanted to host a family dinner. "Just close family," I said. "I've got something to share." He sounded proud. "That's my boy. Starting your marriage right, if only he knew." 2 weeks later, everyone gathered in the dining room. My parents, her parents, my stepbrother. She looked nervous, but tried to mask it with her usual charm. "What's this about?" she asked, smiling too hard. "You'll see," I said. I dimmed the lights, plugged in my laptop. A big flat screen on the wall flickered to life. The room went silent as the footage played. There she was, in her wedding dress. And there he was, my stepbrother, kissing her like the world was ending. No music, no words, just that awful sound. Her gasp, his whisper, "He'll never know." The silence in the room was absolute. Her father's jaw dropped. My mom covered her mouth. My dad went pale. And my stepbrother, he just stared at the floor, face burning red. When the video ended, I hit pause. "Now," I said, voice calm, steady, almost gentle. "Does anyone have something they'd like to say?" She stood up shaking. "It's not what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like," I said, her eyes filled with tears. "Please, let's talk privately." "No," I said. "You made it public the moment you did it there. On my wedding day." My dad turned to my stepbrother. "You filthy—" I raised a hand. "Don't. He's not worth it." Then I looked at her. "You could have told me. You could have ended it before humiliating me in front of everyone I love. But you didn't." She started crying, voice cracking. "I made a mistake." "No," I said. "You made a choice." I opened the folder beside me. Inside was a stack of papers. "Annulment," I said. "Signed this morning." She froze. "You— what?" I slid the papers across the table. "Congratulations. You're free to be with him now." My stepbrother's face twisted. "I don't— look, it was just— don't bother," I said. "You're dead to me." He opened his mouth, then closed it again when my father stood up. "Get out," my dad said quietly. "Both of you." She hesitated. "Please." "Now," I said, standing. They walked to the door, her sobbing, him silent. When they stepped outside, I followed. She turned one last time. "You'll regret this. You still love me." I looked at her, calm as glass. "I loved who I thought you were." Then I shut the door in her face.